Okay, my friends, so today is Friday and I'm out here walking. Look at this. There's a nice creek out here. It actually looks better in person than in the video. Okay, so today instead of going to the gym, I again decided to come outside for a little walk, and I thought I will take you guys along with me and look at the path here. So that's the path I'll be walking, and I'll show you guys around when I keep going. So today I wanted to share with you guys about the divorce recovery journey. So when I talk to different people, people are in different phases, if I were to call this. So if you're new here, in this channel we talk about divorce recovery and rebuilding confidence and everything after divorce so that you are ready to date. And the approach that I take is a midlife reinvention. That's what I want to call it as, because I don't think that if you work only with one part of you, meaning if you had divorce and then you're just working on that part and then you think that rest everything is going to work well, and a lot of time that doesn't really give us the best results. To get the best results, you'll have to work on the entire of you. Somebody's walking with their dog. You have to reinvent yourself. And the good part about reinventing yourself in midlife is that you are not an amateur. What I mean by that is you have been through experiences in life, and there were times where you had to work on yourself to get through some difficulties. Not one, not two. I can guarantee you, even without knowing you, that you have been through multiple challenges and you have overcome those challenges. So what I tell people is, if you have done it before, you can do it again. You might feel like you are in your rock bottom, right? I was in my rock bottom. If you see my journey, and I started this channel May 2024. So it's about 10-11 months now. The beginning videos, if you look at it, it'll show you how far I have come. And today's walk actually has a little significance to it, so I'm going to share with you. So you can come from that rock bottom to this unstoppable zone, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's the consistency. The absolute key is consistency and working in all areas of our life. So here's the path, how it looks like now. There's some houses on there, and this is where I came from. So there's some consistency that you need to follow. So when I created these videos, when I started creating daily, every single day, I started with, you guys probably have seen in my other videos, if not, check it out. On my background, there is a wall a little bit behind my chair. I have this gratitude wall, and there's different colors post-it that is tagged in there every single day. And last year, right around this time, I was reading one of the post-it card. It said, I used to write 3 gratitude every single day. I still do it. I don't write them down. I speak it, and there is other things that I do now. So anyway, those 3, one was, I'm grateful for the blue sky. Look at the blue sky. And number 2, I was grateful for God. Number 3, I was grateful for the air that I breathe in. So a year ago versus now, things have changed tremendously. Some things I couldn't even predict. The new people I would meet, so many people made new friends, and life has shifted in a way that I could not have imagined. So that also makes me excited about March 2026. The new people I would meet, new friends I would make, how life would be different, right? So going back to that, from there, so you want to go from point A, where life might be sad right now. You might be feeling that you're in your rock bottom. But there is a way out. You can get to point B where you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Because when it happens, I know, it almost feels like there is no light. You are fully in darkness, because I lost my executive job and my marriage at the same time within 2 weeks. So I was in a very dark place. In the beginning, I had to find some anchor. Of course, my daughter, my 9-year-old daughter, she's everything. She's everything to me. And for her, I had to find a way. But then, you also need something for yourself. Your self-care, why not? And for self-care, I could not connect with TV, any show, or going to the gym. None of those mattered then. So my anchor was the blue sky, Mother Earth, and the air that we breathe, the water, the abundance of cool drinking water. This is how it looks like, the pot. So the abundance of cool drinking water that we have, that was my anchor. So even now, this time, like this morning when I went out, so sometimes I do this as a part of mindfulness practice. As you guys know, I do several different kind of mindfulness practice. So when my coffee is pouring from the Keurig machine, it takes some time, like, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, sometime. So that time I go out in the deck, because our deck is like right adjacent to the kitchen. And I look at the blue sky. I really look at it. Like even now, you can see the blue sky. Isn't that amazing? So I look at the blue sky. I hear the sound, the birds chirping. I take in a deep breath, try to smell if I can smell something. And then, I look at other things, the trees, other different objects. So I try to engage my senses as much as I can. So the journey for me was the first few months when that happened, I just kept anchoring myself with the simple things like that. And then, gratitude practice, also positive thinking. I was forcing myself to think positive no matter how the day was going. And these videos were part of that when I made this video, even if my mind was pulling back to the past, thinking negative, I was like, if I'm making these videos and keeping myself positive, even for that time, even if it was a 5 minutes video, that was helping me. So I made sure to make these videos every single day. There were challenging times, especially if you see the videos from last summer. Here's a bench. I'm just sitting on the bench for a little bit. If you see the videos from last summer, you'd see there were some videos I cried because my daughter, she had some health issues and stuff like that. I do share the details there too. So the point was that I just kept going. That's the one thing. You just have to keep going. You have to be consistent, and you gotta keep going no matter how difficult the journey gets. And then I also attended several different kind of events where I would meet people who were in the same journey, divorce recovery journey. And apart from that, I also attended other events, and that is a key too, because you want to hang out with people who are in the same journey as you are, but you don't want to constantly live there, because there are people who'd live there for years, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years. Life is short. You got to enjoy every bit of it. You got to give the time to process the grief, to process the sadness. But after that, you got to process, or else in the end, you are time. And time is the most valuable asset we all have. If you lose money, you will get your money back. You'll get a job. If you lose one job, you'll get a job. You'll never get back. It's your time. Once you lose it, it's gone. So also make sure that when you spend time, you spend quality time with whoever you're spending. Because that's creating your future. Your future is getting created with, oh my God, it's so windy. Your future is getting created by the actions that you're taking today. So if you're always around people that, oh my God, I should have gotten like a hat or something. If you're around people who are always sad, even if you try to come out of that, you're going to be constantly sad. As, I don't know, a little selfish it may sound, but at the same time, how Joe Dispenza says it, I really like it. He says that when you are staying sad and not working on yourself, you're actually making it harder for other people around you, because when we are not happy, people around us are not happy, our friends and family and all of that. So what you can do best is work on yourself. And then the people around you automatically become happy, because then your bucket, the happiness bucket, is full. And only then you can give to others. So prioritize that. And there is also a saying that you become the blend of 5 people who you spend most of your time with. Jim Rohn said that, who is Tony Robbins' coach. Used to be, he died. So another thing also is important that I say, the most time you ever spend with is yourself. And you have 2 different versions, all of us, inner critic and the inner coach. The inner critic is, you know what that is, always saying you're not enough, you're not beautiful enough, you are not good enough for your job, or somebody else is better than you, or that type of thing. And inner coach is a person who is your best friend, who sees the potential in you that universe sees, the God sees, the divine sees, right? So you want to spend most of your time with the inner coach. And that's what I teach people, because last entire year, the training, boot camp, going to different events, I met probably, 200 people, new people. And of course, the gratitude practice and all of that. I have some unique framework that I created, not from just last year. I have been studying this for over 2 decades, and that is how I came up with this, where I take you from point A to point B to point C. And point C is where you feel unstoppable. Because in the beginning, it's hard to see that there could be the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's why if this video some way, shape or form, if it resonates even a little bit with you, I would highly encourage you to check the videos from 2024. I have a separate playlist around that. Because in this process, I was also focusing on, as you would hear some of the videos I talked about, I made these videos because I had that something within me, maybe God planted it in me, that I'll come out of that darkness. I just didn't know when. So I kept making these videos with the hope that it'll become somebody else's survival guide someday. And you'd see the comments. A lot of people are getting help from that, because a lot of time when people are, popular people, they also had a lot of difficulties. Most of the people in this industry who are popular and helping millions of people, they all actually come from difficult background, because that is, sometimes I feel like that is the push that people need to get to that zone. So anyway, and interestingly enough, a friend of mine actually shared with me today, I'm yet to read more on that, there's a Myers-Briggs test. It comes up with 4 different things, and he was telling me that 2 of them, we build on that skill as we grow up. However, the remaining 2 never expands unless we hit or face some sort of trauma in life. The interesting part is, I think almost everybody has some sort of trauma. Look at this here. So I'm going to sit on the bench again for a little bit. I think everybody has some sort of trauma. But the point is, if you work on that trauma, then you will be developing that. Then you will be developing that extraordinary skills that otherwise you own. So the focus also needs to be, as you build that, you help others. Because when you help others, and when you have the willingness to help others who are also suffering in this journey, your recovery will be a lot faster. So I know it does sound a little contradicting. I'm saying that, okay, spend time with the people who are a little bit ahead of you in this journey, at the same time people who are struggling, and that balance is important, because that's how you will be able to, because you need to refuel yourself, right? Whatever that dreams and desires are for you. In my last year's videos, you'd see that for me, travel is a big part, and I made sure that even though I was not traveling the world, I live here in Virginia. From here, I went to Pennsylvania twice, and then another time in Virginia itself, somewhere else, me and my daughter. So it was fun. That fills my bucket, and there are other little things. If you guys are coming to this channel often, you know I talk about bucket filler day that I do with my daughter, and sometimes I go out to just have coffee with my friends, and then we just laugh like crazies. And that is a bucket filler day for me. Some of my friends know what I mean by that. We laugh like crazies in a good way, very good way. Okay, so you can see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but keep building that inner coach. That is what is most important, because when you go to boot camps, sessions, temple, churches, wherever, you can go for the time when you are there. However, who stays all the time with you 24/7, even when you are sleeping, because subconscious is still there, is that inner critic or inner coach. So keep listening to that inner coach all the time, because they're speaking to you all the time. Where to focus, what to speak, what actions to take. So keep listening to that inner coach, because that's what I had to do. I had a lot of friends who helped me, who supported me in this journey, but there were times I was by myself. People get busy, right? They have their kids, they have their own things going on, they have their work, and there were times I had to figure it out in my own. And I know if you're in this journey, as much support you may have from your family and friends, there are times you feel lonely, right? There are times you feel like there is no one. But your inner coach is there. Don't connect with inner critic. I'm telling you, I'm looking at you on the camera. Don't connect with your inner critic, because they're always going to be there. Keep building your inner coach. Read books, do gratitude practice, think positive, whatever way it works. Help others, go volunteer, because different things might resonate with you, but just keep doing it every single day. Consistency matters. Even if you do 2 minutes a day, every single day, that is more beneficial than if you do it 1 hour every week. Literally every single day, 2 minutes. And if you can do it at the same time, it's even better. Because what happens is, as you build that habit, after 3 months, you will feel such a big shift in yourself that it will encourage you to do more. And you can see my whole journey on my YouTube, that I did all of that. Now I'm expanding my business, I'm coaching people, and I have my YouTube presence, of course, and then Instagram, LinkedIn. Feel free to follow me in those places. At the same time, I just built my website. I'm yet to update a lot of things, because it's just a landing page now. And I'm going to hire some part-time people in the coming months. So that's exciting. And also I'm going to create a meetup group where I will do once a month event. And if you're interested from this YouTube channel, also the folks who I communicate regularly, I'm hoping you guys will show up there, and there'll be more people, and that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm expanding to other platforms too. So Meetup, and then eventually Facebook group. But that's the journey I'm on right now. But that was not the vision when I started this channel, right? So that's the point of view, that once you start going with the gratitude practice, mindfulness practice, praying, whatever resonates with you, just do it every single day. Because the version you become from point A to point B, who you become, oh my God, that will blow your mind. In all of this, if I say that something that I find most exciting and interesting is who I am becoming. And it'll happen to you too. So good luck. Keep listening to your inner coach, and then who you become will surprise you. Good luck, my friends.